All right, we are back with MLB the Show 22, and we are debuting the 95 Matt Brash future of the franchise. He looks really good with the 99 hit per 9, 4-seam slider, slurve, circle change, 2-seam. Looks really, really good for a starter, so we got him on the mound today. This is going to be a pretty damn crazy game. His team looks really rough, though. Ray Halladay on the mound's like his strong point with the hit per 9. Otherwise, he's got like Joey Bart behind the plate. Looks really bad for that. I mean, a gold still at your catcher position. There's got to be some favoritism there. He is 48 and 26 though, so he's a good player. Luis Robert, the first batter of the game, is just going to line out to center. Unlucky out, I guess, because it was a good swing, but an out nonetheless. 1-2 count. He's going to pop up with Trey Turner. So that's 2 outs, no problem for Matt Brash. 2-0 count to Mike Trout, and he's going to line out right to the third baseman. Pretty unlucky start for him. We're going to have a 1-2-3 inning, though. Trout's just going to roll over. That's going to be in the first for us. So nobody really does anything in the first. He definitely looked better than us, though, to start. He's going to roll over with his creative player, Joe Random, to Chase Utley, and that's going to be a no problem. Josh Bell, he's going to pop up. Matt Brash is making him look ugly for the most part. The Luis Robert swing was decent, and the Trout swing was really good. But other than that, it's been pretty good. He does walk, though, Jock Peterson. Now, I will admit I was pretty scared pitching to Jock. He actually does get a hit with Joey Bart here. That puts us in a little bit of a tough situation. Second and third with 2 out. Joey Bart does make a nice swing right there. So just like that, he's got 2 on for Corey Seager. We're going to start with a low and in slurve. But he doesn't swing at it. And then I realized I paused the game because I'm like, hold on. Yes, pitcher's on deck. So we're going to actually intentionally walk him, take a risk here. We're going to have the bases loaded for the pitcher up, hoping to be able to get the pitcher out. This could backfire pretty hard if he gets a hit with the pitcher, but we just got to hope he doesn't. We got to pitch like he's an actual hitter, or else we might give up a pretty gross hit. We throw a 2-seam right there. We did kind of give it too much plate, I will admit, so we could have gotten the hit right there. But we're going to end up striking him out, so it does pay off. It was a good decision after that. And then right after we get out of the bases loaded situation, Carlos Delgado hits a no-doubter perfect to right center field. Absolutely crushed it. It's an amazing swing. Albert Pujols, he's going to get all over a sinker. He's going to get on base right after that. So we got 1 on with 1 out. Kirk Gibson, he's going to walk on 4 pitches. So now he's in a bit of a jam. Chase Utley's going to walk. And just like that, we're in the same situation. Matt Brash up with the bases loaded, but with 1 out. So it's up to him to do something now, make this a bigger lead than just 1. And he's fighting off these pitches. He's got a really small PCI size because it's a 105 hit per 9. But he's going to come through because the guy throws a fastball up and in. Not really too smart. Not really the smartest pitch to throw. And just like that, Henry Davis comes through. And all of a sudden, it's a 4-run game. We're up 4-0. Mike Trout's going to hit a ball down the line. That's going to bring in another run. We're going to be up 5-0. So this game is blown wide open. We have a 5-run lead. He isn't quitting, though. And Carlos Delgado is going to make a good little swing on the cutter. Not on it at all, but it is a pitch that could have definitely left. It doesn't. It just is short from leaving. And the inning right after top of the third, he's going to get an infield single. Luis Robert just too fast for Pujols to make that play. Trey Turner exposes Albert Pujols' defense. And just like that, he's got 2 on that are very, very fast players. And he's going to hit a ball to right field. I jam him on it, but it is Mike Trout, so he's going to hit it pretty damn far. It is the 90 Mike Trout, not even the 95, but he still hits it pretty damn far. So he has runners on the corners with 1 out. His creative player up, and he's going to end up hitting into a double play for Matt Brash to get out of it. So Matt Brash has been in a bit of a few tough situations, but he's gotten out of both without any damage done. Babe Ruth, he's going to lead off with a double in the third. We are just lighting up Ray Halladay, man. After I got by the PCI size being pretty small because of the hit per 9, I just found it to be no problem. Looks like we're just going to ground out here, but then I kind of fuck with him on the bases, and I actually get him to fuck up and not get a single out. We're going to make a perfect right after that, too. And that's going to bring in another run, so now we're up 6-0. I really expected the guy to quit at this point. We fucked with him on the bases when he should have gotten out, and we scored another run, and he still didn't quit. I'll give him credit for sticking through, because I really didn't expect him to. I mean, a 6-0 game? Matt Brash up here in the 4th. He's going to make some weak contact on him. That's going to be the first out of the 4th. Jock Peterson up. He's going to pop up. That's going to be 2 out in the 4th after that. So Matt Brash is looking pretty damn good now. He's not really allowing good contact anymore. Joey Bart, he's just going to roll it over pretty much and ground out right to the shortstop. It's going to be a 1-2-3 inning in the 4th for Matt Brash. Carlos Delgado coming back up. He's having a good little day. He's going to hit right into the gap, and that's going to be what I thought was going to be a double, but instead of triple because he couldn't relay the ball correctly. So now he has a triple and a homer on the day. Babe Ruth, he's going to hit a line drive, but it is going to be an out, so we don't end up cashing him in, and we just hold the 6-0 lead. In the 5th here, he's going to absolutely destroy a circle change. I think it was like 478 feet. He was early on it, and it did miss a bit more inside. I wanted it more inside, and it ended up being a bit over the plate, which kind of fucked me over. Should have been a foul ball if it went where I wanted it, but still 6-1 game. He's going to fight here in this Anthony Rizzo at bat, though, man. This was a tough AB. He was following everything off, taking some of the pitches, keeping it a full count, making it so I kind of had to throw a strike I did not want him to take. We do end up getting the out, though. Trout runs that down, no problem. He's fast as fuck. Yeah, Rizzo really fought there. He drove up the pitch count, though, man. We're at 72 pitches with 1 out in the 5th. Luis Robert, he's just going to go ahead and fly out on a 2-seam. So that's a 1-pitch AB, so that kind of makes up for the Rizzo AB. And then on 1 pitch to Trey Turner, he's also just going to ground out. So it's going to be an out. Just like that, we got 2 outs on 2 pitches right after that lengthy Rizzo AB. He brings in David Price from the bullpen, and we're going to get a leadoff walk on him. But after that, we end up doing nothing. Matt Brash comes up. This is where it kind of comes back to bite me. I should have taken him out there. 5 innings was good. His pitch count was getting a bit up there. This was his first start with him ever, and he wasn't looking amazing. He wasn't looking dominant, and he gives up a double to lead off. And then I throw a fastball down the middle. Babe Ruth, yet again, man, making it look like he has common defense out there instead of silver. He should be catching that with silver defense. I end up taking him out because it's like, fuck it, whatever, we're going to take him out. We bring in Britton. He's going to get a leadoff walk on Britton. And then he's going to get a single after that. It really starts going to shit here because he still has the bases loaded. 1 swing of the bat can tie the game. Joey Bart's going to make a nice swing. Looks like it's going to get down. Babe Ruth somehow runs that one down, but wasn't able to catch the one earlier. I don't know, it's crazy. He ends up fucking up on the base paths, so it looks like I'm going to get him, but I threw home in a panic, seeing him go home. He went home way earlier than I expected him to, and he's going to hit a lefty bomb with Seager. Seager's he's being my fucking dad this game, man. Even though it's complete bullshit that ball leaves. 374-95. It wasn't a good swing. It's Laughing Mountain, though, for you. So that completely ruined Brash's debut, man. Matt Brash ends up giving, I think, 4 or 5 up in his debut. Technically. You hate to see it. Bryson Stott, he was 0 for up to this point. We have to fight back in this inning after just allowing him to tie the game in 1 inning. Just like that, he scored 5. Bryson Stott comes through with a huge hit to put runners in scoring position, and that's going to give us the lead back right away with that Mike Trout ground out. Carlos Delgado going to make a nice swing on that sinker. That's going to have him have 3 hits on the day, and he fucks that up, so we're easily scoring the run. So just like that, Carlos Delgado is only a double away from hitting this for the cycle. He throws a disgusting sinker with Zach Britton, and we're just going to strike out on it. I want to show this because that's complete bullshit that's a check swing. That was a swing and a half, but it doesn't turn in anything. I just wanted to show that because I do think it was complete bullshit. They said he didn't swing at it. So Michael King, he pitches an inning, no problem in the 7th. Nelson Cruz, I pinched hit for him. So Michael King only gets 1 inning. Couldn't really hit Britton in the 2nd inning either, man. I can't really hit that card. It's a really fucking good card. We bring in Andrew Miller. He's going to throw a changeup right down the middle to allow a double. I don't really know how that went down the middle. The vertical release was fine. I wanted it low and away. It just decided to go down the middle. Corey Seager back up, and what do you fucking know? He gets a goddamn hit and brings in another run. I could not get Seager out this game, man. He was just that dude. I always have one guy every game, it feels like, where it's like, I can't get that card out. And he was the one. Henry Davis, he's putting on a nice swing on that lone away cutter. Gets just off the wall, almost hit his first homer, but ends up being a single because he hit it too hard. Delgado, man, he's one hit away from the cycle. Simply a double, and he completely crushes a pitch for an out. You hate to see it. Devin Williams, he's here to close out the game, though. We still have a 1-run lead. We're here to close it. He starts with a strikeout. Trey Turner gets a little bit of cheese. The Diamond plays were nerfed, so there's no way Utley's making that play. So he's got a runner on who's really quick. 0-2 count to Mike Trout. He's going to look like he's hitting it right into the gap, but our Trout is too damn quick. Actually ends up getting to that somehow, and he gets an unlucky out, and just like that, it's 2-out with the 9th. We end up walking Joe Random, though, to bring up Josh Bell, who's 0 for on the day. Throw a lone away, circle change, and he hits it for a 3-run shot in the 9th. Gives himself a 2-run lead in the 9th, and just like that, it's 10-8. Devin Williams gets lit up. It's a good pitch. Just ended up crushing it. Looks like he was going to get an infield single there, too, but Josh Naylor was too slow. So we're going into the bottom of the 9th. We strike out to start. We're down by 2. Mookie Betts, though, does get on base after that strikeout. Albert Pujols crushes a lone-in fastball. He was showing a trend of lone-in fastballs with Aroldis Chapman and just lefties in general with Zach Britton, and I took advantage that time, man. So just like that, it's a tied game in the 9th. We want to walk this off. I don't want to go into extras, and on a 3-0 count to Chase Utley, it's a no-doubter of Aroldis Chapman, and he quits before it even lands. And we win the game. He was 646 rating. I don't know how he was doing that good with a 646 rating. I'm going to be honest. I do think he was controller switching. I do think he was handing over that controller in tough situations because it feels like after he got the lead or something, all of a sudden he just looked garbage. I don't know if that was just him and he's just really not consistent, or if he was just handing it over. I really don't know. But yeah, boys. Yeah, Matt Brash in his debut doesn't do great. 5.4 ERA in 5 innings, 1 strikeout, a 1.8 whip, 3 walks. I mean, it would have looked a lot better if I just took him out after the 5th. He would have had like a 2 ERA. Whip would have been lower. The strikeout would have been whatever. He would have looked a lot better, but what can you do? We're just going to have to give him another game and see how he does. But yeah, boys, that's going to do it for the video. Hit the thumbs up button if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.